A very good evening. The show is called The Burning Question and I'm Deepthi Sachdeva. Ladies and gentlemen, when a state is provoked, when a state is challenged by a man called Amritpal who owns allegiance to the Khalistan movement and he calls for a separate state of Khalistan, what should the state do? And more so if the state is as mighty as Punjab, it's a border state and there are clear, grave security concerns. The state today has decided to surrender before that man. And all that has been caught on cameras, the entire rampage, the entire mayhem, and also the story of an absent chief minister who till now is quiet. We'll get you details of that and much more in this edition of the news. First up, the headlines on top of it. Complete collapse of law and order in the state of Punjab as Amritpal-led mob gheraos police station. They even attacked the cops. After hours of standoff, Mann's police, given to Amritpal's demands, they say will be releasing his aid now tomorrow. Amritpal supporters outnumber more than 500 policemen. Mann is nowhere to be seen. The question we are asking, is Amritpal then the rule in Punjab? In more news, it's a shocking remark by a Bihar minister as he goes on now to abuse the Indian Army. Is the chief minister even listening? It's an ugly face-off that has shamed the national capital as councillors cross all limits. They throw papers, even eaten apples on each other. Repeat offender Pawan Khera is arrested over his abuse to the Prime Minister's father, allowed bail after an apology, but the case still stands. So a lot today has happened in the state of Punjab. Something that cannot be missed, something that cannot be ignored. But we wonder why the state today is quiet. We wonder why the centre is also quiet. Who today is calling the shots in the state of Punjab? Now this man Amritpal, ladies and gentlemen, is a repeat offender. He owns allegiance to the Khalistan movement and he makes his intentions absolutely clear. He announced just about yesterday that he's going to be holding a huge protest march towards a police station. Why? Because he said, you have to free one of my colleagues who actually works with me, and the police has filed a false FIR against him. So he wanted to show his might. He did exactly that. Bundles and bundles of his men on the streets of Punjab, marching, brandishing swords, holding lathis. They even indulge in stone pelting against the cops. The cops are injured. The cops are outnumbered. No reinforcements are rushed for a good 5 to 6 hours. All this is playing out on the streets of Punjab. And where is the chief minister? He's attending an investors summit. He's quiet about it. On his Twitter timeline, if you just go and check, he's spoken about everything else but this. But his cops today have allowed an abject surrender to Amritpal and his men. They've already made that announcement that come tomorrow, we'll file for a discharge and we'll allow the man to walk free. Now the question we are asking, is Amritpal today, ladies and gentlemen, bigger than the law and order in the state of Punjab? Who today is responsible for what we've seen on the streets of Punjab? And can the centre just say, we are watching the situation? Let's bring up the entire story first up and then our debate.
At 1:45 p.m., crowd with swords, lathis and stones in their hands started pouring in. They were the supporters of pro-Khalistani Amritpal Singh. They broke the first layer of barricades with their vehicles.
Well, here you can see that the barricades has been broken by the protesters, and in fact they have moved all kind of security layers. You can see the visuals. You can see the visuals as well. And in fact they are moving towards the police station. and they are moving towards the police station. The police barricades has been broken. You can see the visuals as well. We are just in the midway of the crowd where the protest is happening, and you can see.
They then reached out the Ajnala police station, after which another layer of police tried to stop them.
Entire situation is getting tense, and the police is trying to control the situation as well. We are trying to show you the entire visuals, just because almost 500 cops. आप देख सकते हैं कि 500 से ज़्यादा पुलिस वाले यहाँ पे डिप्लॉय थे, लेकिन अब जो है वो बैरिकेड्स तोड़ दिए गए हैं. इनका ये कहना था कि जो पुलिस स्टेशन के बाहर तक ये लोग प्रोटेस्ट करेंगे, और वहाँ तक ये लोग पहुँच गए हैं. ये तस्वीरें आप देख सकते हैं कि किस तरह से ये सिचुएशन यहाँ पे बनी हुई है, और बिल्कुल पुलिस स्टेशन के बाहर जो है यहाँ तक ये लोग पहुँच चुके हैं.
But this time the cops were attacked with swords, lathis and stones. Protesters with swords entered the police station and started pelting stones. Protesters captured the police station, and armed protesters camped inside police station. Their only demand was to take back the FIR.
See, we came here to cancel this fake FIR registered against us. They have no evidence. It was just like, basis on the statement of a mentally ill person that I beat him and I said few wrong things. I didn't even meet him. So the police didn't have any evidence. It's a political case.
Their leader, the 29-year-old Amritpal Singh, came outside the police station and issued an open threat.
We have to question why this fake FIR was registered in first place. Why Amritpal Singh is a threat to everybody. Why Amritpal Singh's peaceful preaching about Sikhi is threat to the country. I'm saying we are slaves. Sikhs are being treated like slaves. Our Singhs are completed their sentences still in the jail. So why they're not releasing them?
ओए, लाठी चार्ज हो चुका है यहाँ पे तस्वीर बहुत बदतर हो चुकी है. कृष्णा, यहाँ तस्वीर बहुत बदतर हो चुकी है. पत्थर है चलाने शुरू कर दिए. इन्होंने पत्थर चलाने शुरू कर दिए हैं. पुलिस स्टेशन अंदर घुस गए ये लोग. कृष्णा, मीडिया में बाजी. मीडिया.
It was not just cops, but even Republic who was attacked by Amritpal supporters. There is complete anarchy in Punjab, and Bhagwat Mann seems to be unmoved. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
So what really is going on in Punjab? Why is the Chief Minister still quiet? And who really is calling the shots in the state of Punjab? Gentlemen, I think those are very, very important questions today that we'll seek answers to. As I say, good evening to S.S. Channi, who's a former Punjab Home Secretary and spokesperson of the Punjab BJP with us, along with Dr. Vikram Singh, the former DGP of the state of Uttar Pradesh, who has some very, very strong views on the entire issue. I also do see Mohit Gupta, the General Secretary of the Shiromani Akali Dal with us, Ravi Srivastava and Akashdeep Muni. Both, I'm told, are going to be batting for the AAP. I don't know how you'll do that, Ravi, but let's begin this. Is there any defense, Ravi, for what has happened today on the streets of Punjab and what possibly will happen tomorrow? As in, is Amritpal today the law in Punjab? Is he bigger than the law and order and the state, Ravi?
See, first of all, this is not a state issue anymore. This is the issue of the national security. You have heard the statements given by Amritpal Singh. Nobody supports the Khalistan movement. Aam Aadmi Party never supported it. Bhagwant Mann never supported it. Arvind Kejriwal never supported it. So there is no question of taking it lightly. SIT has been formed. And when the police station was attacked, the police did resort to the lathi charge. I don't know, they were overpowered or whatever it is. Ultimately, the Amritpal Singh and his group, they produced some Love Singh Tufan, who was arrested a day before. They produced an evidence that he was not physically involved in that, and the police has taken a decision to release him tomorrow. Now, SIT
so
has been
Amritpal
formed.
today
If
will tell the
ultimately-
cops what they need to do. What an absolutely shameful defense, Ravi, that you're putting out today. You're telling me that Amritpal today will
not
decide and
shameful.
tell the cops and give certificates of someone being present or not, who's lying, who's not
Yes.
lying. Is that what the
It's
state
not
of
my
Punjab
defense.
today is going to be witnessing and, practicing now?
It's not my defense. You first tell me that who has got the biggest Khalistan supporter in the parliament? Mr. Simranjit Singh Mann, the member parliament who sits shoulder to shoulder with Mr. Modi every day. What
Don't
action
dump
has
those
been taken
questions.
against those Khalistan
Ravi, you
supporters?
can have that
Tell me,
debate for another
you have
day.
got
Don't do
BJP
this today.
spokesperson. You have
I
got
don't
BJP
understand today how will you be
who are
defending the Aam
supporters of
Aadmi Party.
Khalistan. You have
Let
got
me
Mr.
see if
Manjeet
Akashdeep
Singh Sirsa,
has
who
any
speaks in favor
better
of
things to
Khalistan.
say to us. Akashdeep,
moot question.
will the state allow Amritpal to dictate terms? Why was the police
Of course.
outnumbered? It was yesterday
course
only
not.
announced that Amritpal and his men are going to be marching towards the police station. What did they do? Were there no intel reports of what possibly can happen? Look at these images on our screens. Akashdeep, for a good 5 to 6 hours, these men wielding swords, lathis, pelting stone at the cops, are able to do absolutely anything. The state is watching.
Deepthi, first of all, I want to douse one claim that the Punjab state is an anarchy. It is not. The law and order situation has improved as per the data. And I'll be
What
putting
is
the
this
data
then?
and I'll be putting... No, wait. Let me complete. Have the courage to...
Arey
answer
Baba, forget the
listen to
data today, Akashdeep. Forget the data today, please. You cannot be playing with, a border state. This is not
Let
just,
me give-
about what's happening in Punjab. Let me tell you, this is a huge national security implication issue, Akashdeep.
I know about it. And the Punjab government is working with all the intelligence agencies to handle this. And trust me, consider the Biki Rinda module.
Your intelligence is a failure.
Module.
Your intelligence is a failure. What are you working on now? What will the SIT do now?
Module, Lakhvir Jinda
Your
module.
cops
These
are
all
coming on
modules.
national television, Akashdeep Puni, and they are saying we are negotiating with Mr. Amritpal.
They are not
You should actually
negotiating. They have
congratulate
said
the police that they have
No,
pacified
you are
the
mistaken.
entire situation.
Dipti ji,
Come
you are
on.
mistaken. With all respect, you are mistaken. The SSP
Really?
has clearly said, yes, let me complete. The SSP has clearly said that an SIT will be constituted to look after the issue which happened today, and particularly in this particular case, cases has been registered against the culprits. And interestingly, I want
Who's
to
the
say
Home
to
Minister
all
of the
people
state of
in
Punjab?
I want to tell to all the
Akashdeep.
people in Delhi, India,
Akashdeep, who's the Home Minister in the state of Punjab?
Of course, the Chief Minister,
Who?
Bhagwan Mann.
I mean,
and
come
he is
on.
doing fabulous
Who's the
job.
Home Minister in the state of Punjab?
Bharatiya Janata Party, what Bharatiya Janata Party has not
Fabulous
been
job.
done by
Dr. Vikram
the
Singh
Chief
ji,
Minister.
I have to get you in here.
When Chief Minister
Before
ne
I
jo
go
kiya,
to
wo
Chandi
Bharatiya
ji
Janata Party
and
आज तक नहीं
also
कर पाई.
up to Mohit. Vikram Singh ji, Akashdeep Puni, Ravi Srivastava, both are batting for the hour. They say our police has done a fabulous job. The Home Minister of the state has been fantastic.
Ji, may I submit with the greatest of respect to my esteemed panelists that these are very disconcerting developments, and I'm aghast at the weak defense given. There is no defense because it was a free-for-all. Had there been any anticipation or advanced intelligence, these crowds would not have collected. I'm not aware if any preventive arrests were made, Section 144 was promulgated, and the swords and the lathis were banned. Obviously, they were not. And I have seen, I'm the oldest in the panel, and I have seen, and I would not like to believe that it is reminiscent of something very, very horrible. And to top it all, there is no condemnation from any quarter responsible in the government. There is no appeal to maintain peace, and there is no condemnation of the violence. Gentlemen, don't take the police for granted. Those police, the Punjab police, are one of the best police forces in the country, and they were battered and bruised badly today because they work in an ecosystem. Why were they not given the discretion to apply the minimum use of force, just water cannons and lathi charge? This warranted Ajnala and Amritsar are of strategic importance to Punjab and the country. And Punjab police have it in them. They eliminated terrorism, and all the Khalistani elements were dealt with very appropriately by under the leadership of Julius Rivero and Mr. KPS Gill. I do hope that we do not require that kind of strong arm tactics. But today was almost a walkover and a free for all. And the total surrender, the abject surrender. Amritpal, who himself has nothing to, no claim to greatness. Is he going to dictate terms to the police? The police jolly well know it is their job to ensure appropriate.
He's already doing that, sir.
Foolproof law. He is doing that. That is what the crying shame is, and this is doing it to the Punjab police.
That's the problem. Ravi Srivastava, Akashdeep Muni. You've heard from a top, former top cop who's telling you that this is shameless. This is shameless, Akashdeep Muni. And what is even more worse today is that you have a chief minister who does not care. He does not believe that he has to be accountable.
Dipti ji, one thing I want to tell to all of my panelists and all of the country, that remember Bharatiya Janata Party government in Punjab, 18 January, 6th February, 16th August, continuous RSS leaders were killed, point blank range, 2016 I am talking about. This was the condition in Punjab, and today Punjab is in a much better
why don't you talk about what happened today, Akashdeep Muni? Don't go into history to defend your present. That is the problem. You become much like the other parties. You say you're different. You say you're different, don't you?
We are different.
What are the facts? The facts today are for all of us to see. Look at these images playing both on the right and the left.
Is this the first
both on the right and the left. If this does not put you to shame, I do not know what will. तो कैसे निकली आकाशदीप मुनि? मुझे ये बताइए कि अमृतपाल को क्यों नहीं पकड़ा गया? Why is that man not put under arrest?
आपको पता है अमृतपाल जी के खिलाफ किसने एफआईआर रजिस्टर की? भगवंत सिंह मान गवर्नमेंट ने।
अमृतपाल जी सुनिए, नहीं सुनिए आकाशदीप, मुझे एक सिंपल क्वेश्चन बताइए, सिंपल क्वेश्चन का सिंपल जवाब दीजिए अगर आपके पास जवाब है। Why is Amritpal today not arrested by your cops? Why are your cops negotiating with him, for God's sake?
Do you see the negotiation? Do you have any proof of negotiation? Trust me, there was no negotiation. SIT
has he been arrested? Has he been arrested?
No. Why? If there has been a FIR registered against him, by court, there will be a due process of the court law. Law is followed in Punjab. It might not be followed in Punjab.
Then you will cite the law and order. But Amritpal and his supporters are allowed to march to the police station, huh? They're allowed to march for hours to the police station, holding swords, holding rathis, pelting stone at the policemen. And Channi ji, because you've been a former Punjab Home Secretary, the buck has to stop with the Chief Minister.
Stop somewhere.
Am I overstating the facts, sir?
Definitely, you are very, very right, Dipti. I am really very sorry, first of all, for my friends who have been making apologies and quoting these instances of the previous times that this has happened. I must tell them that the people of Punjab, they were fed up with the previous governments and they voted for Aam Aadmi Party and gave them 92 MLAs out of 170. And what the hell they have done? From the day one, that I should say that the luck of the Punjabis have gone too bad. Please listen to me.
Why they were fed up with the
Ravi Srivastava, they're equally fed up of you, and not just fed up. I would say that we are worried. We are worried today after looking at what's happening in the state of Punjab and an absent chief minister. But Channi ji, I must also ask you a pointed question. Channi ji, I also have to ask you a pointed question, sir, because you represent the BJP. Are we being told now as citizens that we have to normalize this kind of a behavior? The state has failed. Why has the centre not stepped in? Why has the centre not been able to rein this man?
Dipti ji, I tell you on that. First of all, this land order is the state subject. If right now the centre intervenes, they will have the plea that, look, the centre is intervening. And whereas the land order is the state subject. We are not. We are letting them to control the situation to the best of their abilities. But I must tell you, starting with Sidhu
my
Moosewala
dear
case,
friend does not
RPG
know
attack,
that
then
Bharatiya Janata Party is
communal
alive.
violence,
Shiromani
and then
Akali
people being
Dal's
just.
Sangrur
Please
MLA
listen to me.
is
Yeah,
a
please
pro
listen to
अरे
me.
रुक
Pakistani.
जाइए ना,
I did
रुक
disturb
जाइए
you.
You know,
आकाशदीप जी
did
रुक
disturb
जाइए,
you.
सुनिए तो सही
I
ना।
did
who is the
आप
president of
अमृतपाल जी
Punjab?
से बात करते हैं, उनसे नेगोशिएशन करते हैं और दूसरों को सुनना नहीं चाहते हैं।
बात करता हूँ।
सुनिए
is-
प्लीज।
संगरूर
Dipti ji, it is
एमपी के बारे में थोड़ा
shameful.
पूछ लीजिए।
It
भारतीय
is
जनता पार्टी को
shameful
जो
that
उनके
Yes,
LIA
Mr. Chani, complete your
MLA
point,
जो
sir.
शिरोमणि अकाली दल के
the state has surrendered before such a
आप
person and
बताइए
he's dictating
संगरूर
terms. They
एमएलए
are not
आज
dictating
सिर्फ
anything.
आकाशदीप,
पता है?
आज सिर्फ बात
पता
होगी
है?
अमृतपाल
What time it has
पर।
happened?
आज बात होगी सिर्फ
That
भगवंत सिंह
please-
मान पर। अगर आप इन दोनों
नहीं,
टॉपिक्स पर
नहीं,
बात
ये-
करना
ये
चाहते
क्या
हैं तो मैं
गजब
आपसे
रूल है?
लगातार वो सवाल पूछ
ये
रही
क्या गजब रूल
हूँ, उनका
है?
जवाब दीजिए, पॉलिटिक्स मत करिए प्लीज।
They
नहीं
चलिए
Like
सर,
I
प्लीज
said,
कंप्लीट
they
योर
have
पॉइंट
nothing
सर।
to add.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी
That's
क्या
why they are
सोचती है
disturbing me
संगरूर
and
एमपी
they are
के
not letting
ऊपर,
me to speak.
उनके
But I
LIA
must
के
tell them,
ऊपर
starting with Sidhu
क्या
Moosewala
बोलते हैं
case,
सिमरनजीत
and where
सिंह मान के
they
ऊपर
made
आप?
him to be killed, and
अरे
thereafter
साहब,
RPG attack,
सिमरनजीत
communal
सिंह मान
violence,
के ऊपर क्या
and a
बोलते हैं आप?
person
थोड़ा बता
who was
दीजिए
guarded by
भारतीय जनता
16
को।
personnel of the police. He was killed in the daylight in the presence of the ACP and the SHO. They have no answer. And as we say that when the Rome was burning, this is totally applicable. And the Honorable Chief Minister, who is the Home Minister also, there is no word from him. There's no word from the other any other quarter, and they are just watching helplessly. I must tell
आपको
you,
पता है
this kind
लुधियाना
of
ब्लास्ट के
situation,
बारे में
if
कुछ
is
दिन
not
पहले बात कर रहे थे,
contained, it
लुधियाना
is
ब्लास्ट
going
के बारे
to
में
and these people will repent, they will repent
you know that?
later, and nothing will be possible to do. So they must, they are educated a lot. They must know what to say, what not to say. This is totally undesirable, unforgivable, and they are just playing with these sentiments. Which now the people of Punjab, you go to any village, you talk to anyone, they are totally repenting that what for we elected them, what kind of badlav we have got. There is no badlav. Their leaders are corrupt. They are,
No, but
the first health
Chani
minister,
Saab,
the second
exactly what a lot of our
now
viewers
the
today are
MLA.
asking. A
They're
lot of
all
our
the
viewers
important
today have
and-
asked this question, which I asked of you, sir. That the state has failed, but can we allow the state of Punjab to go down where it is going? I mean, we
Dipti,
all
we
dread that.
understand.
We all dread that. That's the
We-
reason why the center
Yes,
should
yes.
intervene. Akashdeep wants to
Dipti-
come in, but before I come to you, Akashdeep, let me also get in Mohit because he still hasn't spoken. Chani ji, I'm going to be coming back to you, sir. मोहित, आप शिरोमणि अकाली दल को यहाँ पर रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, मुझे ये बताइए कि पंजाब में क्या चल रहा है? भगवंत सिंह मान खामोश हैं, वो इन्वेस्टर्स समिट में बैठे हैं, उनकी स्टेट की पुलिस नेगोशिएशन कर रही है अमृतपाल से।
दीप्ति जी, अगर एक लाइन में कहें, रोम जल रहा था, नीरो बंसरी बजा रहा था। पंजाब पिछले 1 साल से जल रहा है, चाहे वो सिद्धू मूसेवाला वाला कांड हो, चाहे वो संदीप अंबिया जो हमारा स्पोर्ट्समैन था उसका कांड हो, चाहे इंटेलिजेंस ब्यूरो के हेडक्वार्टर पे अटैक हो, चाहे थाने पे अटैक हो, पुलिस स्टेशन पे अटैक हो, तो इस सारी चीजों से पता चल रहा है। और डेली हजारों लोगों को जिस तरीके से थ्रेट्स आ रही हैं, और पंजाब की जो गवर्नमेंट है वो सो रही है, बिल्कुल वो और ही चीजों में मस्त है। जब कल एक थ्रेट दे दी थी अमृतपाल ने कि मैं मार्च करूंगा, क्यों नहीं पंजाब गवर्नमेंट ने इंतजाम किए? भगवंत मान आज इन्वेस्टर समिट, इन्वेस्टर भी तभी आएगा पंजाब में जब लॉ एंड ऑर्डर की स्थिति ठीक होगी।
आकाशदीप, देखिए बार बार ये सवाल तो उठेगा ना, आप जवाब दे दीजिए, आपने क्या इंतजाम किए थे? वो पीपल
आकाश जी, मेरी बात सुनिए, आप बोल रहे थे कोई भी बीच में आपको किसी ने टोका।
प्लीज टेल मी।
क्वेश्चन मेरा अकाली दल फ्रेंड के लिए कि भाई साहब एक बात बताइए, आप अग्री करते हैं?
अरे क्वेश्चन आपको नहीं पूछने हैं, क्वेश्चंस के जवाब देने हैं।
ये तो मैंने
आकाशदीप, आज आपको जवाब देने हैं, सवाल नहीं पूछने।
मैं जवाब देने के लिए
आप
रेडी हूं।
सत्ता में हैं, आप ये भूल गए हैं क्या कि आप तो सत्ता में, इस समय आपसे सवाल तो पूछे जाएंगे ना आकाशदीप?
मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि
दीप्ति जी, मैं
बताइए मुझे, कितने प्रिवेंटिव अरेस्ट हुए? हाउ मेनी पीपल वर राउंडेड अप? व्हाट वर स्टेप्स टेकन बाय द पंजाब पुलिस?
I'll let you know. Recently we were talking about Ludhiana blast case. Then we were talking about Sidhu Moosewala case.
Arey, no, come back to Amritpal. Come back to Amritpal. No, don't deflect, please. We have limited time, and I really want to ask this question.
No,
and I want to see whether you have a response, Akashdeep.
The FIR has not been filed by Bharatiya Janata Party or Akali Dal. The FIR has been filed by the Bhagwant Singh Mann government against Amritpal ji. And
So what?
aides.
You have
He was not
अमृतपाल जी आप बार अमृतपाल जी बोल के नहीं थकते हैं, किसी सवाल का जवाब नहीं देते हैं, तो जनता तो ये भी देख रही है ना रवि श्रीवास्तव। अब अरविंद केजरीवाल को लगता है कि वो प्रधानमंत्री बन सकते हैं। हाँ, दिल्ली उनसे संभल नहीं रही सर। पंजाब की हालत इतनी खराब कर दी है, तमाम स्टेट्स में जाना चाहते हैं, लेकिन लॉ एंड ऑर्डर में जब सवाल पूछा जाता है तो कहते हैं कि हम सवाल पूछना चाहते हैं। रवि श्रीवास्तव,
मुझे पता है पंजाब
law and order is a state subject, but it was not a state subject when in Delhi one gentleman climbed on the Lal Killa and unfurled a flag over there. It was not a state subject then. It has become a state subject today.
That's exactly what I'm saying. You will cite history to defend your present.
I am asking both these friends from Akali Dal and BJP.
Ravi Srivastava, you have no locus standi to ask questions today. Because you, as in you're supporting the Aam Aadmi Party along with Akashdeep Muni, both of you gentlemen have no locus standi to ask questions. You're here to answer. You're here to answer because you're failing the state of Punjab. I want to give the last word. I want to give the last word to Vikram Singh ji, who's been very patiently listening into the entire conversation. Now, Vikram Singh ji, I want to know one thing today. You know, our reporter sir today was reporting all through the last many hours. He's met with a lot of these injured cops today, who today in their hospital beds are wondering what made the Punjab police strike a deal with Amritpal and Mann. Is this why, you know, we stand there, we fight with the enemy, we hold vigil?
Deepti ji, the police and the uniform and the people of Punjab expect a resolute government, a resolute state and a resolute nation to stand behind them and not to treat them as pariahs. Today, if nobody has visited the injured constables and they were beaten up mercilessly, what Mr. Ravi Srivastava ji had mentioned, 26 January 2021 was also a black day for us. But there is no defense for both the incidents. But talking of today, Deepti ji, there is absolutely no question of condoning what has happened today in Ajnala and in Amritsar. The government should have come down like a ton of bricks on them. They did not. The government has not condemned what has happened today. The government has not issued a statement that they will have
and the Home Minister should resign
and zero tolerance.
You know, Vikram Singh ji, for a party that says and claims, you know, we have such high moral standards, before, you know, we've run out of time completely, but I must say this, that people today are watching Akashdeep and Ravi Srivastava what the Aam Aadmi Party will do. Will the Home Minister resign? Will there be action against the cops? Or will Amritpal be the new synonym for law and order? I thank all of you gentlemen for speaking to us, for your time. We are tracking that story closely. Also, the big debate that Arnab is bringing to you tonight at 9. On the other side, we are back with much more.